Hey guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, we got some more news about Stephan Stearns and the Madeline Sotos case that just broke about an hour ago. And they're talking about now that cadaver dogs have picked up signs or the scent of decomposition in his car the day he disposed of the body of Madeline Sotos. Not the day of, but, you know, as the investigation went on with this guy killing this girl right on the day of her birthday or hours after 12 o'clock when her birthday had happened when she turned 13. Now, it's been a year since her death, and I extensively covered this story and gave my opinion. I want to show you this latest video news article. Well, I'm going to come back and talk to you guys about a couple of things. This guy right here is a mess. Take a look.
Also breaking at this hour, new documents released today in the Maddie Sotos murder case. Canines reportedly found hints of a decomposing body in the suspect's car. Fox 35's Marie Edinger is live in studio with that story tonight. So, Marie, what else did you find in those newest documents?
John, the date of the initial report is exactly 1 year ago today. And after exactly a year, we are still learning new details about this case. Madeline Sotos' mother reported the girl missing after she didn't come home from school. Stephan Stearns, the boyfriend of Maddie's mom, told police he dropped Maddie off at school that day. He says afterward he went to a vape shop. Here's the story we've heard Stearns tell before.
After you dropped her off, did you go directly to the smoke shop?
I did. I went directly to the smoke shop.
But in an interview newly released to Fox 35, he changes his story, saying Maddie was asleep in the car when he stopped the vape shop.
How was she positioned in the front seat?
Leaned back in the seat, just kind of conked out napping.
Where was her head in relation to the seat?
Against the seat, I think. Against it.
Was the seat leaning back, or?
The seat was leaning back. Yeah, she had leaned the seat back so that she could recline. And
the Orange County Sheriff's Office had found surveillance video they believed showed Maddie the morning she was reported missing, sitting in the front seat of Stearns' car, slumped over to her left. Quote, an abnormal way for a person to be seated, the report says. Fox 35 just learned from newly released documents a canine search of that vehicle alerted to chemicals in the front seat found specifically when human bodies are decomposing. We also learned more about the search for Maddie's body. I'll talk more about that tonight at 6. Live in the newsroom, Marie Edinger, Fox 35 News.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's the story or the news that's out, which was already known. They're just letting this stuff slowly leak out. Now, this guy got trial coming up this year, and it's a big trial. I'll be down there to cover it for you guys. I told you that. Hopefully, I can get in the courtroom because his lawyers and him, for some odd reason now, are trying to make this to where the media is not allowed in the courtroom because they don't want the national press involved in this when this is an international story. Make it make sense. The cat's out of the bag. Everybody, not just in America, in other countries that are interested in this case, have seen your bogus interrogation video. You and your dumbass girl, Jen Sotos, the mother of Madeline Sotos. We're not even going to talk about her right now, but I'm going to talk about him. You know, what you're seeing, like I said before, is a drowning man. And this guy's reaching for any bit of oxygen he can in a room that's slowly filling with liquid. If it's up to me, he'd be gone already. But I'm going to tell you something. I want you to look at this whole situation. This guy is a big-ass kid. And I told you before, when you see these guys that do this stuff to children, this vile, perverse actions and crimes against children, they act like children themselves. Did you hear him? How was she laid in the car? She was just kind of just laid out like chilling, just sleeping. Come on, man. Come on. They said the way she was laying was unnatural for a person to be in a sleeping position. He don't even know. And you know, this guy is guilty. Already known. They got him on video violating this child with thousands of videos he got of her and other type of child material, which is blasphemy in itself. The woman, Jen Soto, I don't know her. And I still find it hard to believe she didn't know anything. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm talking to you ladies out there. Let's just think about this for a second. All the information that's come out about him, he has a certain type of diminutive mindset. It's perverse. And it goes with the actions of his everyday being. He wasn't working. His job was to take her to and fro school and to snuggle in the bed like her mom instructed. You running around here with your fucking hat on backwards, old as hell, trying to be fucking cool. And the reason why I say the mom is just as guilty as him. You had an on and off relationship with him. It was something in you that showed that you and him couldn't be together, or he wasn't the right man for you, or whatever, but you had him around your kid, your little girl. I'm more than sure when y'all was doing the no pants dance, when it was you and him, he had some weird sexual things that you never thought about, like, this guy right here, I might have to keep him away from my kid, but you didn't think about that. I don't know if it was the toils of your 9-to-5 job or you just being tired of Madeline and all this other stuff, but it's something in you that gave the green light for this dude to do what he did. Maybe you talked as an adult. Maddie's getting on my nerves. She's this, she's that. Because if you go back and listen to some of the conversations there, it seemed like Madeline was upsetting her a lot. There was some type of riff that this demon jumped in and tried to fill a void to make himself more cooler and accessible to set this girl up to do what he did to her. I want you to think about that. How many of you women out there, the way he's acting since he's been caught, the fake crying, full of lies, full of game, y'all would have peeped that and said, okay, this is not a viable candidate to raise my child around. Come on. It's a big difference between dumb and stupid. And she knows the difference. You know what I'm saying? She playing dumb all the while looking stupid right now. This guy right here need to be sent to the gallows immediately. No court, no nothing. You got him on tape. He don't want to talk. He ain't got to talk because we don't want to hear what he got to say. He need to be swinging somewhere right now. And that's being light or buried alive. You all heard the rumors. And you know me on my channel, I try to be as factual as I can. Said it was rumors. Said he was doing all of this stuff because, you know, the teacher spoke up and said she was drowsy in school all the time. You know, she was having issues. There are rumors that he was drugging her at night with some type of medication for him to have his way with her. And see, a 13-year-old girl said he started it when she was, 9 years old? To think about that. This guy had a sick, twisted agenda for the longest time and never stopped to think, this is a child I'm doing this to. The long-standing ramifications of what's happening is not going to end well for me. Cannot tell me the mother didn't know. Another thing is this, I want you to think about this. And this is the biggest thing. This motherfucker wore a mask that was so see-through that everybody seen it was bullshit. It wasn't even an investigation, really, because the way he acted in interviews where she was on the thing, he's standing behind her, lurking, standing there, listening to the conversation while she's on live TV. He's standing behind her, making sure she don't say too much. He's going out there acting like he's searching, crying on TV. I miss her. Tell her to come home and all this stuff. And she's dead, laying in some damn field that you put her. And she would eventually got found the where he had her at. She would eventually got found. But I think DNA evidence and all this other stuff that he had, he thought that would have expired before, through decomposition, before the body was found. And it would have cleared him and made it look like somebody kidnapped her. Oh, I'm just an innocent boyfriend. And I did what I always do. I drop her off. She doesn't want to get dropped off because she's embarrassed of my car. You know how teenage girls are. I dropped her off here and I just drove to the smoke shop. Then you lied. Now she was asleep in the car when you went to the smoke shop. See the game? This guy's fighting not to get the death penalty when he gave it to that 13-year-old girl. That girl, he gave it to her. What kind of justice system gives justice for people that do unjust things to others. That's the problem I have. And I will continue to have that. No real justice comes out of this. It doesn't. He did an unjust act to that girl, and now he doesn't want the death penalty after killing a kid that he violated multiple times for multiple years. I have no respect for this dude. I don't know him, don't care to know him, don't care to hear anything from him. But he should not have the right to sit up there and say he don't want the media involved because it's already making him look bad. You can't look no motherfucking badder than you do now. You are not in the position to make any type of demands for your trial that you willingly put yourself here through your lies, your deceit, and your callous acts of cruelty against a child. You have no right to ask for shit. You're lucky you're breathing. This is craziness. And lawyers are fighting for it. Now they're going to have a hearing about it. It's coming up in the next couple of weeks, I think, whether it's going to be public or not, or if the media is allowed in there or not. Either way, the facts going to come out. DNA and all of that stuff, results, all of that is out. But you don't really hear nothing about it because they're holding it for this trial. I'm telling you, the stuff you're going to hear in this is why this is a big case. And the way it is something out of a Lifetime movie. It's going to be jaw-dropping. And we ain't even seen the tip of the iceberg of how vile a human being can be, especially a perverted dude, when they only have their own selfish ambitions, sick ambitions in mind when doing something, whether it's a child or somebody else. Fuck this dude. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. The way he acts and all of the stuff that's been said about him coming up as a kid and how perverse and weird he was, you can't tell me Jen Soto didn't see none of that type of stuff. And no red flags came up and said, hey, I shouldn't have this fucktard around my kid. This guy, this is another reason why I'd off him right now. This guy put a baby in a field. She's a baby to me. She's 13, 12, 13. A child in the field to be ate up by bugs, worms, everything else, vultures, whatever, hoping that when she does get found, because he knew she'd get found eventually, it would be nothing left to link him to the crime that he did in his own sickness and perversions. So you was going to sit there and cry crocodile tears, fake tears in front of the mom, whether she knew it or not, and other family members like you ain't have nothing to do with it, and you're devastated when you the one that did the whole fucking thing. Yeah, we found your daughter. We found your relative. Yeah, it ain't really nothing left. It's bone, partially, a child, right after her birthday. That's a lot of compounding pressure and emotions on people that didn't deserve it. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.